So in this video, I'm going to talk about whether if you want to get placed in data science, so what are the topics that you need to study? And especially if you are freshers, if you're just starting now, or if you're just working on some other company, and if you want to get into data science, then the procedure for everyone is the same. And like what you need to study and what you did not to study. Those all things are the same for everyone. So in this video, I'll just talk about a specific things, a specific portion that you need to focus. And in the meanwhile, the video that I will be uploading after this particular video, I will be talking more about the skill specifics, like what are the particular skills and where can you learn those particular skills from any particular resources. So let's this video started and पूरा वीडियो देखना तब ज़्यादा अच्छा आइडिया लगेगा. तो पहली बात है कि if you want to get into data science, then there is going to be three options for you. So either you are starting from college right now, or you are already in college, and if you want to means your placement or something like that is going to be there in the maybe 6 months to 1 year or 2 years. And the third thing is that you are a working professional, and the thing is that you have already been doing some particular job and you want to get into the data science thing. Obviously, like data science nowadays is actually very much specified by the different types of skills. And people doing data visualization are also data scientists. People fitting machine learning models are also data scientists. People working on artificial intelligence problem like computer vision, natural language processing are also data scientists. So like, what are the things that you need to study? Like if anyone wants to start their career in data science, then what are the things that they need to study? Because those things will actually help you to get started in the data science. The first thing is that learn coding. Okay, so obviously there are multiple coding languages that you can learn, but obviously for data science, Python and R are the two most popular languages. So either you can learn any of the particular things. So obviously, like learning Python will help you a lot, because Python means mostly companies are using Python, but obviously for a statistical problem, people use R also. So at this point of time, just try to learn Python. And once you learn Python, the second thing is that just don't try to learn a lot of things in the Python. Just try to learn from the basic and spend a time like 2 weeks, 3 weeks to learn, get a good grasp of the Python. If you're starting just right now, or maybe if you have knowledge also, then just take 1 or 2 weeks time, just revise the Python completely. Mainly the topics like the basics of the Python, the command related to the list, dictionary, tuple, set, the function, and some things related to the classes also, and sometimes related to the other parameters like numpy, pandas, matplotlib. But the thing is that at this point of time, if you just complete the Python maybe 2 to 3 weeks, at this point of time you'll have just a basic idea about the working with the Python. And if you just learn something like matplotlib or pandas, they will also teach you like what are the data, how we actually import data from the particular things. But obviously at this point of time we don't know a lot of things about data, and for that thing we actually go to the statistics. So basic statistics and mathematics is the most important thing. Starting from the basic statistics, if you just starting right now, so after you complete the coding, just try to get a good course on statistics. The good course means either it's a part of your course curriculum, or if you are working professionals, there are multiple courses on the basic statistics running by the different universities on the website also, or some NPTEL courses are there, but those courses will be mathematics heavy courses. If you want to learn those mathematics heavy courses, then I will actually suggest you some books. So like there are 2-3 books. Obviously statistics will contain some of the mathematics. So like if you're not from mathematics background, if they have not studied mathematics anywhere, then means there are some other pathway that I will explain later, but obviously this path is for only those people who actually have some good grasp on mathematics. So a book called Gupta Kapoor, Fundamental of Mathematical Statistics by Gupta Kapoor. Just don't solve the problems, like the questions that is given in this particular book. Just try to read the concept and try to read the formula. If there is some data set given and how this particular data set actually something has been found in data set, so try to read those particular things like mean, median, mode, covariance, correlation, and random variables. Then at the next part, mathematical expectations, then some distributions, then the inferences. Try to get a good grasp over this all concept, and just don't solve a lot of theoretical questions. Just try to study the definitions and try to make a good notes understanding how these particular things are working, what are the methods to calculate all these things. And the second book is there's a book by statistics for engineers and scientists, and this is the book by Sheldon M. Ross. So those two books are important, and I'll give the link in the description also. You can see the book. And these two books means you can choose any of the books. Sheldon M. Ross book is also good, and everything is explained from very fundamental. And in that particular book also, up to chapter 8, means I've just particularly read the book. So up to chapter 8 you will find a lot of things related to the basic statistics, distribution, probability, some things related to the testing of hypothesis and this kind of things. So obviously take your time, like take 2 to 3 months to read all those things, and obviously get a good grasp over things slowly, and just make a good notes. So till now we have coding, and then you have the statistics person. Now basically you can just get a good project using like how to use the statistical data to analyze using the programming language. So I will suggest pick a one or two data set from the Kaggle or some other open source project places, and just try to do some visualization. So obviously you will learn about a lot of visualization techniques in this particular these books also, and you'll also learn a lot of distributions like different data distributions are there, normal distribution, all those things. So obviously this will help you get a good grasp over the data visualization. So try to do some projects over those things, obviously by following the YouTuber also, but I will just let you know about all those things. But obviously you have to do some 2-3 projects related to the data visualization. Now at this point in time, you know the statistics, you know the programming language. The next thing I will suggest you is that just try to follow the SQL. Okay, so I think you just follow 2 weeks just to put a good attention over the SQL thing. You will just be exporting the SQL, because SQL is the most important thing, actually very much required if you're trying to get into the data science industry. So try to learn the SQL. SQL is the most important thing, and just spend 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 1 to 2 weeks is enough for learning SQL. And there is a site called W3 School, and that will help you a lot learning the SQL. The fourth thing is that now we have SQL, coding, the statistics. Also we have obviously have some prior knowledge of mathematics prior to starting all those things. So now you can start learning some machine learning algorithms. And the best way to learning machine learning algorithm is a book called Introduction to Statistical Learning. So that particular book is very good. You will find the PDF online for free. If you get the printout of the PDF and just start learning everything. So if you just start learning everything from the chapter 1, you will find that there are a lot of things actually given. And means from the starting from the very first chapter to the till the last chapter, everything is explained in very simple manner, and every working of algorithm is explained very clearly. Now you will start, means that particular book is in the R language, so maybe start thinking that okay, this particular book is in R language, then how I'm going to implement those things. So just don't worry about the R language, just try to read the theory behind the particular book. And obviously if you want to implement those things, actually all those implementations are there in the Python also. So if you want to learn the implementation of regression in Python, just search online implementing means regression in Python, and they will give you the code. So code is not to worry about, because those 2, 3, 10, 15 lines of code for any particular algorithm is not cause a lot of problem. The thing is that once you start studying the statistics, the machine learning algorithm, that thing is more important. So now we have the coding, statistics, SQL and ML algorithms. Now what else? So now at this point of time, you can just pick another some other type of data set from the Kaggle or open source, and then you start fitting some good ML algorithms, doing some good ML project. At this point of time, if you have just completed some good ML algorithms, good ML project also, you can start working under some internship. If you are from college, under college professors, if you are from in the college itself, you can do some internship in the some company. And if you are working professional, now you can start searching from some job also. So this workflow will allow you to do these things very well and get a good grasp over all the things that is discussed in the data science. And obviously if you have some additional questions related to how to get started in data science, especially as a freshers, and especially for some non-technical degree, not from the mathematics background, and nothing means you don't know about mathematics like calculus, differentiation, integral type of things. If you don't know these type of things, then let me know. I will just make a separate video like how to get started using the data science for non-technical person. But obviously I suppose that whatever the person who are watching this video and who want to get into the data science are from the mathematical background, and for those this pathway will allow you to do the good thing. Obviously I've listed some additional thing for you, additional course on the how to get it started in data science. Description link and you'll find a particular course around how to get it started in data science. I've also listed a free course on my platform for the Python. That course is in Hindi, so if you understand Hindi, you want to start learning Python from basic to the good level, you'll also find the link in the comment description box. Okay, so these are all the free resources that I have given for you. So if you have any questions regarding how to get started in data science, I'm free to answer. So thanks for watching this video, and I will meet you soon in the next video.